Movie is named She's Having a Baby, and it's the new movie by John Hughes, who has charted the emotional lives of American teenagers in a whole series of movies, including 16 Candles, The Breakfast Club, and Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Hughes's characters have gradually been growing older over the years, and this time when we meet them, they've graduated from college and are getting married. And right from the first, Hughes mixes realism with fantasy and satire in this movie, as in the opening wedding scene.
Wilt thou comfort and keep her in sickness and in health? Wilt thou provide her with credit cards and a 4-bedroom, 2 1/2 bath home with central air and professional decorating? A Mercedes-Benz? 2 weeks in the Bahamas every spring? Wilt thou try to remember the little things that mean so much, like flowers on her anniversary, a kind word when she's had a rough day?
The newlyweds are played there by Kevin Bacon and Elizabeth McGovern, and before long they've settled into a suburban existence where Bacon, who has dreams of someday writing a great book but now works in an ad agency, gets restless at the neighborhood small talk.
I mean, how can you not know what kind of mower you got? You got a big Yard King 410. Remember that?
Yard King 410.
410 is for sh**.
I like the old 380.
You're out of your mind. The grass catcher on the 410 has a third more capacity than the 380. That alone makes it a better unit.
It doesn't matter.
When the couple has trouble conceiving, Bacon tries to hide from his wife as she grows obsessed with doing everything just right.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but it's been 48 hours since our last coition. My temperature's optimum. I'm ovulating. I have the pillow set up in the position Dr. Stanky wants us to try. You can watch TV if you get bored.
And that love scene develops into perhaps the only copulation scene I've ever seen in the movies that scored to the song Working on a Chain Gang.
Right.
I really like the underlying story in She's Having a Baby. I like the parts about the relationship and moving into a new home and the scenes of pregnancy and childbirth, the feeling of parenthood at the end. But unfortunately, those scenes were swamped in the film by all sorts of satirical and fantasy scenes that came right off the wall and distracted from the real underlying story. There's a cleverly choreographed musical ballet number, for example, that involves all the neighbors and their lawnmowers, but neither that scene nor a lot of the other fantasy scenes really add anything at all to the story. In his previous films, John Hughes has shown a real gift for showing everyday characters in believable situations, and I hope that the gimmicks in this movie are only an experiment.
Well, this is sort of interesting. I didn't care for the movie much, and actually I appreciated that he's tried to step out and take a shot at the gimmicks, which I'm sure you wouldn't quarrel with. I just thought that they went on a little bit too long. For example, you refer to the everyone out there with the lawnmowers. That's done at such a length that it becomes aggravating. In other words, I think that those quick dialogue things that we heard with the minister in the church, that was kind of exciting because it came fast and quick. And did I hear that? Which is exactly what's going on with the character's mind. The rest of the movie, to me, seemed rather predictable. These are the issues that young people deal with, and he offered, for me, he offered nothing new. McGovern was interesting, the other guy was not.
Of course, Kevin Bacon. I mean, after all, when people get married and move into a house and the woman gets pregnant and they have a baby, that's predictable in a sense. I mean, a lot of people do that. The point is it shown in an interesting way? And I felt that, for example, the moment when she's in labor in the delivery room and he's waiting and he's worried, the moments leading up to that and after that, really good, strong stuff, but needed to be in a movie that didn't suddenly, every once in a while, turn into a Fellini-esque TV commercial.
Well, obviously, we have a problem with the way the picture was put together. I just think even the original material wasn't that good.
Two thumbs down.
You got it. Thumbs down, however, for She's Having a Baby, a film that fails to mix real-life drama with fantasy sequences.